Hello everyone, today I will give you an overview of the PvP system in Bliss. We'll talk about all the important things without getting into hard details and math because it's not yet the time for that. This will help you understand better what you can expect in terms of PvP and what's the idea behind it. Three basic facts first. The main currency for PvP in Bliss is called Honor Point. There is PvP gear with PvP stats and you cannot kill players from your own faction. Now that that's out of the way, let's start with the PvP game types. Number one, open world PvP. That's actually very open. You can basically PvP anywhere you want as long as you can get there. Some low level zones obviously offer immunity to the player of one or another faction, and that's very normal. You as a player of X faction have friendly camps and respawn points all over the world, including in the opposing faction's lands. Not as many camps in their lands as in yours obviously, but still convenient enough not to make you want to stop doing it because it's too boring to come back or whatnot. Camps can be faction specific or neutral, in which both factions can be at the same time. For example, the neutral camps have neutral NPC guards, which will fuck you up obviously if you attack them, or the opposing faction if you attack the opposing faction. You can do it like in Hieron though, one guy takes the guards away, the rest kill the players, right? Open world PvP rewards you with a small amount of honor points for each kill and rank points as well. Number 2, 3v3 arena, small scaled instance PvP, nice and small map, feels very comfy, a bit larger than the 3v3 maps in Aeon and Terra, with a few twists, exactly what you would expect really from such a game mode. No PvE involved, and at this moment in the betas, only one map available. Fast paced and without an internal cooldown, rewards you with honor points and rank points. Number 3, 100 versus 100 instanced PvP in a medium-sized arena with specific goals and a little bit of PvE. Very simple and straightforward, pretty fun I would say, and I was very surprised not to have lag at all. Can be done at various times every day, has an internal cooldown. The way rewards are distributed here is based on two factors: did you win or lose obviously, and your personal contribution to the objectives. This is a good system because it encourages people to be active and play their role. Yes, the lowly Zerker next to you is better gear than you, and he'll obviously do more damage than you, and because of that he'll get more points, but he deserves it because he just carried you, so no worries there. Rewards you with honor points, rank points, and something that open world and PvP doesn't give you: chests of goodies if you did really good. Same principle as the Dredgen in Aeon or Corsair's Stronghold in Terra, if you may. Number 4, duels. I want to mention this because it's exactly what you would expect, and I am extremely happy that duels are in the game, because I don't really understand games that don't allow you to duel. Rewards you with skill, and that's really important. There's also some guild action, but to tell you the truth, I just didn't care enough about this, so I will probably talk about it in more detail after the EU release. You have to keep in mind that the game is not even out yet, and as you can see, there is a lot of PvP content to satisfy even the most hardcore players, and it's really done well. Later on down the road, there's a million things that could and will most likely be added, such as new maps for 3v3, new modes like 5v5, 1v1, etc, etc. Now, let me tell you about the ranking system, which puts the cherry on the cake. More rank points equals better rating at the counting time, which is done on a weekly basis. Your rating is calculated according to the rank points you earned last week, and you are given a placement. Depending on the placement, you get various rewards. The most accessible placement is anywhere in between 1 and 14. Let's call them the Mongol spots for the sake of this video, right? So these Mongol spots are available for anyone as long as they meet a minimum rank point quota. Like rank 9 to rank 1 was in Aeon, you needed just an X amount of Abyss points and you got the rank, regardless of any other criteria. Mongol rewards are not bad at all, but it just takes a lot more time to get to a spot where you can craft, for example, legendary PvP gear, compared to a guy that gets into the top 50 of the faction constantly. Speaking about the top 50 of the faction, let me tell you about this also. This is part 2 of the ranking system, completely separated from spots 1 to 14. If you want to be in your faction's top 50 players, you pay a small tax and you're in the competition. Depending on how much rank points you got, you will or will not be there. This depends also on all the other players that are competing, because spots are limited and you will have to have more points than them to be there. Being in the top 50 comes with really good rewards every week, as long as you can keep yourself there. Let me give you a familiar example so you can understand better. The ranking system in Bless works exactly like the Abyss rank in Aeon, only it's done better. Soldiers from rank 9 to rank 1 depend only on Abyss points to be there. Starting from Star Officer, it depends on Abyss points plus the other players, because spots are limited, of course. In Bless, it's a lot more rewarding and everyone can get a piece of the candy, even if you're not Commander or 5-star, as long as you put in a little bit of dedication. And obviously, it's a lot less bullshit at higher ranks than it is in Aeon. So yeah, props to them for that. Gear, yes, gear makes a big difference, same impact as in Aeon. Also, there's no stupid bullshit like Godstones, for example. And since I was talking about rewards and crafting mats and legendary gear, etc., let me give you a few examples from games you've played so you can better understand this. It's like in Aeon, where there was Elite 40 set and Elite 50 set at the beginning, but you needed different medals and different amount of Abyss points for each. So if you always siege lower Abyss, you get silvers, but you could trade them for fewer golds via the broker or trading with some guy or whatever. Same in Bless. If you're constantly Mongol rank, you will get mats for your Elite 40, but you can craft them to better mats, etc, 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 for everybody. Or like in Terra, where if you would be always Mongol rank and never in the top 50, you could get the Vision Maker 3 mats, but if you're constantly in the top 50, you would be getting mats for your Vision Maker 6 or whatever they're having now. So this is the difference. It takes longer time if you're a Mongol, shorter time if you're in the top 50 and really try your ass off. At the end, I want to mention that there's a decay system in place where 30% of your rank points are deducted weekly. I think it's 30%. This might change. Actually, many things, many specifics might change for the European release. So that makes it fair for everyone. In case the #1 guy decides to stop playing, someone else can take his spot rather fast. The ranking is pretty fast paced as well, and I like it. You won't see a governor sitting #1 for years after he quit the game, right? Overall, it's nice and I appreciate it, because one way or another everyone can still get there, right? And I'm curious how it's gonna pan out in Europe. On paper, it's a very healthy system, again, fast paced, but it rewards dedication and obviously skill and team play, because winning gives you a lot more of everything. That's all I wanted to share on the PvP system for now. Hope you guys have fun, and I wish you lots of love until my next video.
I live like there's no tomorrow, so I spend it all wherever I go. I mean